Hey guys, well, I'm back from my appointment that I said I had with maternal mental health today at 41 weeks and 1 day. Um, I couldn't believe how spot on they were with how I've been feeling, and can't believe they actually made me end up crying in front of them, because I haven't even cried in front of my midwife when talking to her, so it was quite, like, yeah, weird to be crying in front of people I have absolutely no relationship with. But I guess that's actually sort of one way of getting your emotions out, I guess. And I do enough crying and stuff these days, so yeah. Anyway, we were there for about an hour and a half, and they just asked me heaps of questions about my past and my past depression and my past, like, with cutting as well, and my anxiety issues I've had in the past as well, and what triggered them and how that sort of helped heal itself, and what else I did, like the counselling, and what medication I was on before, and all that stuff. I don't know what the scores were because she took the quizzes away and added them up next to the other psychologist guy. But yeah, I did I think it's called the HADS test, I don't know, as well as the Edinburgh test again, and she basically, when she added them both together, she said they're both the same, both at the same level, and both indicate immediate medications needed. So yeah, they're pretty keen to get me onto medication. Because my GP's so far away, and she's being a cow by saying, well, I haven't seen you in so long, so I need to talk to you first without, won't write you a prescription just because, like, oh, 4 other people have said I need it. Hello. Anyway, so they've sort of gone around her for now, and they've made me an appointment with a proper psychiatrist tomorrow afternoon. And she apparently has the ability to write my scripts to start with, because they want me on this medication, like, well, they wanted me on it today. So, yeah, it's pretty urgent stuff. So, I'm being squished in to the psychiatrist tomorrow at 3 o'clock, and, yeah, she'll be able to hopefully write my prescriptions to start with, and then, apparently then my care will be transferred to my GP in Fran. So, yeah, that's what happened with that. Also this morning, I got a call from my midwife, checking up on me because I hadn't talked to her in about 24 or so hours since my last spate of contractions, because I fizzled and stopped and she's sick, so I was like, what's the point in contacting her and stuff. So yeah, anyway, she wanted to check up on me, and yeah, she's still overwhelmingly surprised that my body hasn't gone into labour by itself, but obviously something's not quite right, and yeah, so she basically was arranging for my monitoring appointment with the ADU in Palmerston North for Wednesday that I talked about. Well, while she was doing that, the obstetrician on call or whatever suggested that we don't bother with that and just schedule the induction for either Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That shocked the shit out of me, because the thought of saying that, oh yeah, my baby's going to be born this day is just crazy. Like, it's really incomprehensible. I just don't know. Yeah, it's just so crazy and scary, and I don't really know how to handle that right now. As a lot of you probably know from my Facebook status update and stuff. But yeah, in the end, we've picked Friday to give her a few more days. It'll give her another 4 days, no, 3 whole days, not counting today, to get a move on her own before we make her come out. So yeah, I'll be 41 weeks in 5 days, so almost 42 weeks. I know they didn't want me to go over 42 weeks. This is why it's going to be this week. So yeah, I don't need any comments about like, oh, you can go to 43. I know I can, and you know, and all that, but the risks associated with going past 42 weeks aren't worth it for me, and I just don't think that it's worth it for my own mental and physical health, or Charlotte's physical health either. She's been probably through a lot of stress with the constant state of early labour I've been in for at least 3 days now, and weeks really, like weeks and weeks now. I've been having false labour for like 4.5, 5 weeks of my pregnancy now, so yeah, well and truly had enough, and it's time for her to come out. So yeah, Friday the 17th of September is my induction day, if she doesn't get a move on, and yeah, I'm not sure whether we'll be keeping the Wednesday monitoring appointment because they do the same monitoring before they induce. Anyway, so it's up to the Friday obstetrician apparently as to whether he still wants me to come in on Wednesday. So yeah, we could be busy this week. What else? I think that's probably just about it. Oh no, sorry, going back to my appointment this morning. She was also telling me that apparently on the medication that I'm going to be on, there's no bad side effects for baby and anything like that. It's completely safe, so that sort of set my mind at ease. But also, apparently for me to get the full benefits if I'm breastfeeding, which I do plan to do, I have to express sometime in the morning, then take my medication, and then leave it 4 to 6 hours before I feed her again. So that express feed is the one that I sort of have to give her. So my worry was like, okay, well, I don't even have a breast pump. I don't have the money for a breast pump. And yeah, so, but apparently the hospital, they can organise for me to see a lactation consultant while I'm there. And this is if I'm induced. And they can give me a breast pump to take home and use, so that's really good. Although it's going to be a big mission, I kind of wanted to express like a bottle a day for Matthew to have a go, but and to give me a break. But yeah, the fact that I sort of have to now is just like, yeah, another overwhelming thought. Now the other thing with that was they were also saying that if I'm induced in a palmy, she's going to organise for me to have up to a week's stay on the wards, which is, yeah, not the usual. They usually send you home within like 24 to 48 hours. Especially if I'm in palmy, they would usually transfer me within like 12 to 24 hours of birth back to live in. Because she's based in palmy, to be able to come and see me often and make sure I'm okay and I'm dealing and coping and all that stuff, she's going to organise for me to have up to a week on the wards in Palmerston North. I can leave earlier, of course, but yeah, she's going to allow me to stay there for a week. She's going to talk to them about that. So some of that I may be able to get at the very tail end, transferred down to live in just like for a day or two before I, you know, go home, so I'm like a little bit more comfortable, but still not at home. So yeah, either way it's going to be really full on and strange, but yeah. A little bit quickly about me, because I've got like 30 seconds left. I've been having more contractions in Braxton Hicks. It's a bit hard to say which ones they are because they're sort of the whole of my belly at the moment. And I get the odd little crampy sensation and lots of pressure. I'm peeing like a crazy thing today. And I woke up last night with a few bad ones. I couldn't get comfy and stuff at about 5 AM this morning and got up and yeah, more TMI here again, ladies. Passed the biggest ever blob of brownish jelly. It's put me off jelly for the rest of my life, put it that way. It was gross. And then I went on to Dr. Google and had a quick look, and yeah, it's pretty much guaranteed it was more of my plug. I didn't know that you could have so much of this stuff, but apparently you can. And then proceeded to go and have yet another bowel movement. So things are moving. I just don't understand why she can't freaking continue. So yeah, I'm still getting the Braxton Hicks like I had one just before when I was talking, or contractions or whatever. I've been having back pain too, so hopefully it brings on some form of labour in the next few days, so I can have her here in the bin and naturally and all that. So thanks for putting up with me. Bye.